on it. I know you haven't actually played yet, but how good will it feel to be back home after 5 straight away from here?
Man, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Our fans, some of them traveled. Some of them traveled to Temple and to the Virgin Islands, so it's good for them economically to be back home and hopefully fill this arena up.
So also you're kind of past one break with exams, got another one coming up after these next 3 games. How tough is it to keep the focus, especially for the younger players who might be going home and then coming back?
I mean, it's tough, but I think they love competition. So anytime they get a chance to compete, they're going to compete. I'm looking forward to the break because some of them can just really concentrate on basketball. I think I'm looking probably more forward to Letitia just being able to get out there and because she's really into her academics. That takes up a lot of space. So hopefully she can just relax a little bit and work on keep knocking the rust off.
Notice a lot of tape on shins and ankles
Yeah,
and things. It's just that kind of year where everybody's got to kind of
It
stiff
is.
right now.
It is. Everybody's playing a little bit of hurt. I think at this point it's mental as the physical as 4 is to 1. So it's a mental game. If you can block it out for a certain period of time and excel, then you can worry about it, rub it on the bench, and get back out there.
Coach, what's impressed you the most with your freshmen, especially the way they've responded to a really tough non-conference schedule so far?
I mean, what was probably separates the freshmen is they don't let bad games, whatever it is, bad shooting nights, missed assignments, they just turn the page. And if a bad game does bother them, they get it out. They communicate. So I'm really pleased by them being able to just approach whatever emotions they're having, give it that attention, and then they move on.
Going off that, how much has your team grown up since we last saw you guys play here at the CLA?
I don't know. I mean, some days we look great. Some days we look like a team full of young players. But the challenge for us is to get them to play at a high level every time they step on the floor. That's starting in practice.
Purdue gave you guys a hard time last year. What have you seen from them this year?
I mean, they're better. They're better. They're more seasoned. They look like they play together a little bit better. They're more efficient. I mean, each and every player that you saw last year, they've gotten better from, they got their entire starting lineup. They've been mixing some lineups up, but they look better. They just the fat's been trimmed off of each and every player, so they're more lean, and we got a game on our hands.
What do they do especially well? I think their defense is a little maybe more ahead of their offense.
What do they do? You said?
Yeah.
The bigs post up. I mean, they give big targets. They're super methodical. They know where they want their shots to come from. McLaughlin, they set her up pretty good, but then they got some guards that can push the pace and score in transition. But they're a patient offense. If they're not pushing the ball at you, they're setting up and they're probably using 20, 23, 25 seconds of the shot clock. And we got to speed them up and not allow them comfort in their sets.
Don, when you have a break like this where exams are over but the holidays aren't yet here, do you have any restrictions on what the players can do, or is it just, can you spend too much time in the gym?
I mean, you could, but we don't. This is a team that they get in the gym. We don't have to force them to get in the gym. They are, they're highly motivated. So the work that we get in practice is great. What they get in is just what they get in on their own is maintenance.
Anything else, Coach?
I think you
Sam says you're done.
That's it.
Sorry, just one more. I know it's a couple weeks away, but with conference play coming up in a little bit, what's the biggest thing your team needs to focus on before that important part of the schedule comes around?
We need to focus on Purdue. We need to focus on Duke, and we need to focus on South Dakota. That's it. I mean, our conference is what it is. I'm going to give it its own place when that time comes. If you think about conference now, you'll drop a game or 2 or 3 with who we're playing. So that's so far off the radar right now that we're just trying to get Purdue.
Going off that as well, we've seen so many top teams lose already, whether that's to each other or to unranked teams. Just the depth in women's college basketball right now, is this the most depth you've seen in a long time in the game this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty exciting. I mean, parity is a word that they often throw around, but the results of games this year shows that there is parity. I don't think, a lot of people think Oregon's going to run away with it. They thought they were going to run away with it, but, Louisville threw a wrinkle in it. Baylor's, They are the defending national champions, playing well. No one probably thought they would see a defeat this early in the season. It happened. Us, it's everybody. Everybody's feeling the excitement. Everybody's got to prepare for each game, and it's a wonderful thing to see. Even in men's basketball, everybody's number one is losing after having it for one week. It's fun.